Greetings, followers of Jesus. I too am a follower, and I am distraught at what has just happened right before Passover. What? You haven't heard? Let me tell you what I remember. So much happened so quickly. But let me just say, Jesus is dead. He was crucified just today. And while still on the cross, it started to get dark in the evening, and the Sabbath was about to begin. There was a good and righteous man who was a disciple of Jesus named Joseph of Arimathea in Judea, a prominent member of the Sanhedrin who had not agreed with the Sanhedrin's plan and actions. Joseph himself was looking for the kingdom of God. Joseph boldly went into Pilate and asked that he might remove Jesus' body from the cross. And Pilate gave him permission, even though Pilate was surprised that he was already dead. Pilate summoned the centurion and he asked him whether Jesus had already died. When he found out from the centurion that Jesus was dead, he gave the corpse to Joseph. Joseph took Jesus' body down from the cross. Nicodemus, a prominent Pharisee on the Sanhedrin, also came and helped Joseph, bringing with him a mixture of about 75 pounds of myrrh and aloes. They took Jesus' body, and after carefully wrapping it in linen clothes, they added the fragrant spices. They did this according to the burial custom of the Jews. There was a garden nearby where Jesus was crucified, and a new tomb was in the garden, and no one had ever been placed in it. Then Joseph and Nicodemus laid Jesus in the tomb cut out of the rock, and they rolled a stone against the entrance of the tomb. They placed Jesus there quickly because the Jewish Sabbath was approaching, and the tomb was close by in the garden. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Jesus, were following closely and watching where Joseph and Nicodemus had laid Jesus in the tomb. The Sabbath was about to begin, so they returned home in order to prepare the spices and the perfumes in order to further anoint Jesus' body. But they had to rest on the Sabbath according to the commandment of Moses. The next day, which followed the preparation day, the chief priest and the Pharisees all gathered together before Pilate and said, "Sir, we remember that while this deceiver was still alive, he said, 'After 3 days I will rise again.' So give orders that the tomb may be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come and steal him and tell the people he has been risen from the dead. And the last deception will be worse than the first. Take guards," Pilate told them. "Go and make it as secure as you know how." They went and secured the tomb by setting a seal on the stone and placing the guards. I had been following along with Jesus' disciples and other followers in the crowd, and I saw these things with my own eyes take place. And I talked with his disciple John and his mother Mary. We are so distraught and fearful. I must go. The others are already in hiding for fear of the Jews who wanted Jesus dead. Shalom."